everybody. Welcome. Hello, hello, hello. It's time for Talk Nerdy with me and my co-host Mara. Dude, my shirt is
It's going to be
gigantic.
going to be a little bit of a makeup and
Your
media.
shirt is
But I'm going to do the
yeah. Look at my
musically goth
shirt.
girl look. So
Like lifting up my arms and I'm like, damn, my shirt is really huge. Look at that. I didn't even notice how big it was until I lifted up my arms.
then you feel like a little kid in her mommy's sweater.
I do. It's a big top. Hey, you know what? Look, I've been working out a little bit. Okay, so this top is now like gigantic. It's pretty fucking huge, and that's a good thing. Okay,
It's a
that's a
good
good.
thing. If they clothes get big on you, it's a good thing.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Yeah, me and Mara were talking backstage about me coming to visit her. Because I'm looking forward to seeing Mara in person. I want to go visit Mara.
Yeah.
We want to do Talk Nerdy IRL.
Okay. Maybe take her to Hershey Park.
I want to go visit.
State, but
I want to go visit Mara. I think it's gonna cost like I don't know a bunch of money to go and visit Mara. So I want to go and see my girl, Mara. I'm gonna go see Mara. Mara's doing her makeup. Mara goes straight for D&D, straight to D&D after this.
yeah.
She wants to look good for them. So
and then I stream in the evening, so it's like, I gotta look good. I gotta look good for my people.
She wants to look good for her D&D friends. I'm never invited. That's okay. All right. Something that she's been doing for years and years and years.
What we do,
I don't get to peek. I don't get to peek behind the mirror, behind the curtain, behind the D&D curtain. That's fine. Not a problem. Totally cool. I'm totally cool with it. It's totally fine. Something Mara does in her own time. I'm not included. She can have her own life, okay? I don't have to be included in everything.
She's totally fine. It's like that gif of Grace from Will and Grace. Like, I'm not jealous, and let me tell you why.
I'm so not jealous. I'm so not jealous. Mara can do her own thing. It's totally fine. I don't have to be included in every single aspect of Mara's life. It's not a big deal. It's not like we talk all day long. We send each other reels like all day long. If you look at our DMs,
yeah,
it would be something.
I was like,
me and Mara talk every single day.
We see reels and we're like, we guys like immediately send them to each other pretty much.
That's our friendship. That's our friendship. I can tell Mara everything. She's my girl. But anyway, she's gonna be doing her makeup. All right.
It won't take too long, but I'll be paying attention.
Yeah, she's gonna be doing her makeup while we talk about just shit that's been going on this week. But before we get started, hello everybody. Hello, Trey. How are you today? I hope you guys are doing good. Jonathan James Johnson Jr. What's up?
That is
How
a
are
mouthful,
you doing?
Hello.
Bradley Scott, what's going on? Stephen Brown, TD, my main mod. Hi, TD. BS, what's going on? Mr. Bentham is here. Hi, Mr. Bentham. Andrew Steeg. Hi there, Steph and Mara, you cuddly bags of strawberry jam.
Bags?
Hi, Steeg. How you doing? Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, he's in the DM.
And Tim always brings tacos. I actually want tacos. It's Sunday. Dude, I'm really tired. I need another coffee. So I do my morning streams over on Kick and Twitch. Maybe I should start doing them on YouTube. I really should. I should just multi-stream everywhere. Kick, Twitch, and YouTube. So I do a build stream, like an artsy type stream with X-Ray Girl, Carolyn, and Max and MVP. And I should start doing it on YouTube too. Just go all 3 platforms. But I only had 1 cup of coffee today. Anyways, I thought that the stream started a whole hour before it actually started. Look.
Well, last night she was like,
I have to be
asking me about the
reminded literally every single time I should. The only times that I know are that I can keep in my head are like my streams that I do of myself, and even those streams, they're like different times every single time I stream.
because
So like I
chat
have to be reminded
last
every
night.
single time.
Yes. Yesterday she was like, "Is it on my channel? It's on my channel, right?" And I'm like, "Yes." 3 p.m. Central, right? I'm like, "No."
She's like,
1:30 Eastern.
1:30 Eastern, 12:30 Central. I'm like, oh wow, I'm like 3 whole hours off. I told her, look, I'll set up the stream now so that way I don't forget. Oh my god. So I ended up like waking up a full hour and a half early before I had to. And I texted the group chat. I was like, am I early or am I late? Like, I don't even know. And then I didn't get a reply back for like a whole hour. I was like, okay, either they slept in or I'm awake way too early. And it turns out I was awake like way too early. Because Max texted the group chat. He's like, you are early. And I was just like, okay, I'm going back to bed. So I'm sleepy now. I'm pretty
I can believe it.
I only had 1 cup of coffee. I need another one. I need another one.
That's all. I'm gonna just nod. Yes, you do.
It was so funny. I'm like, wow. For whatever reason, I thought the stream started at 8 and not 9. I was just like, oh my gosh. Patrick, hello, Patrick. How you doing? Joker 2 is piquing my interest, but damn it, I'm hesitant. You know what? I don't blame you, Mr. Bentham. I am hesitant too.
Yeah,
I am hesitant.
I don't like how artsy it feels. That trailer made
it feels very artsy. Yeah. Maybe we should? Did we? We didn't react to it because we didn't have a talk nerdy. Okay, we have to react to it.
Yeah,
we have to react to it. Steve says Butt Ugly Gaga will ruin it. See, I don't know. I don't
that's
know.
Another thing. It's like I don't know.
Connors,
like,
what's up, John? Hold on. Say hi to the chat, my way. Damien is here. Don't cry for me.
Peanut butter in your coffee.
Hi, Damien. Make sure Philip is here. Keely. Hi, Keely. I saw you came back from a trip. Where is it at? I read that earlier. Hold on. I was in Australia for a couple of weeks and I was on a cruise that left Sydney for New Zealand. Then I came back. That is freaking I would love to do something like that.
I want to go to New Zealand.
I would love to do that. I want to go to Australia. That would be great. I would love to do. Mike Hill. Hi, Mike Hill. Tara Crystal. What's going on? Hello. Good to see you again. This is Amara. Get ready with me. Yes, Damien. It is. We're getting ready with Mara. She's like, you know what? I'm going to do.
I did not have time for makeup on before.
Look, let's go. Sparian coming in with a $20 super sticker. It is a lime giving a tiny, tiny little lemon a hug. Thank you, Sparian. Thank you. I want Mara and Steph to get married to each other. Hey, I'm all for that, but I think Mara's waiting for the one. Mara's waiting for the one. I don't think she'll take me. But I'm all for, me and Mara, that bond. Whoever Mara scoops up, okay, they have to go through me. Right? Whoever Mara, they have to go through me. Okay. And they have to deal with the fact that they are always going to be number 2. Okay. Because I am number 1. Right. I am number 1 in Mara's life, in Mara's heart. So they're going to deal with the fact that they are always going to be number 2. Okay. They just got to deal with it.
Yeah.
They just got to deal with that.
I mean, it's like
I will fight you. I will fight you. Literally, me and Mara send reels about like this to each other.
Yes, pretty much. Yes. Like whether it's Zodiac or what, basically we are pulling out earrings, putting your hair back, pretty much.
Yeah, me and Mara are bonded. Okay, we are bonded. You have to go through both of us. All right, You got to go through Mara to get to me, and you got to go through me to get to Mara. Like, that's it. All right. We have to like really love you in order to think that like you are the one for my girl here. Okay. Right. To make sure that, because if I see one red flag, I'm gonna be like, Mara,
Yeah.
that ain't it. That ain't it. Mara's making herself pretty for me for D&D. It won't work. Makeup tutorial video with Mara went right now. Right now, and she's doing it now.
Like
She's
the
getting
Rhea
herself
Ripley inspired.
all pretty for Stieg. She's gonna seduce the DM.
I tried putting my Paltrow candles.
Who's the hot guy playing D&D that Mara wants to? Stieg. That's who it is. Stieg. She has to seduce the dungeon master, right? The DM.
Oh,
Hi, Becky. It's good to see you. Hello. Soul is here. What's up, Soul? How you doing? I'm still saying hi. Every time I see Stieg's wrench, every time I get like, I get so upset because he manipulated me into giving him that wrench. It makes me mad.
Yeah.
Right? It makes me, every time I see that wrench, I'm like, grr. What's up, Mo? How you doing? All right. If I missed you, I am sorry. I'm sorry. We're gonna get started. Mara tried to scoop me up once. She used an actual spoon when she did it. It made me bleed. Never again. What the heck? I'm easily seduced. Just buy me something.
So basically, what
getting
Steve is saying,
flash though, yeah. All right.
So Steve is saying,
let's you know what? Let's start off with the Joker. I didn't manipulate. I flat out threatened and blackmailed. It's so true.
He made me mod him on Twitch, and then somehow he screwed up my chat.
Wow.
Like he somehow turned on slow mode. He somehow
Oh my God.
follower only. It's like, I don't know what the fuck he did. He said he clicked on a pop-up. I'm like, what? Don't click on it. Emote mode.
He said it was a pop-up. He's in the chat. Clearly, Stieg knows what he's doing as a mod. He's earned that wrench. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm putting on some lotion because I'm so like my body feels like really dry. I've been drinking tons and tons of water, but for whatever reason, like I feel so dry. I woke up this morning just like so dehydrated. Ugh. And my stomach's been hurting. I don't know. Maybe that's like a thing too. Who knows? All right, we're gonna watch the Joker 2 trailer because we didn't get to react to this because we did not have a Talk Nerdy last week. TD says, well, I kind of manipulated you too. I asked jokingly, let's see who's become Steph's next mod. The rest is history. That's right. TD has now become my main mod. All right, you ready, Mara? I have my thoughts, but we'll get into that. We'll get into them after we react to this. So let's watch the Joker 2 trailer. Like, I like this visual. This visual is pretty cool. It kind of, I'm wondering if, like I've always said that like all of these things are going to take place. All the musical numbers, right, are going to take place like in their minds.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I'm not a fan of what they're doing. Like, if she's actually Harley Quinn, changing her backstory, like making her a patient.
Yeah, she's a patient instead of a therapist. Yeah. I always thought that they were gonna do I thought they were actually going to do like the route where she is his therapist, but she's like slowly falling in love with him while he's talking to her, and she's slowly going insane, and that's why she's thinking about all of these like
musical number. The musical
musical
numbers could still
numbers
work in that
musical
regard.
numbers inside of her head involving him.
Yeah.
Because she's slowly falling in love with her patient, right? That's what I thought it was going to be, but it's not. She's actually a patient. Her name is Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Not Harleen Quinzel. I thought that like that's how it was gonna. I would have preferred that honestly, as opposed to her being a patient. Just watching her slowly fall in love with this crazy man, while going insane herself, which is why like everything is taking place in her mind. She's like slowly falling into insanity, which would have been good, right? That, I mean, at least it would follow the story of Harley Quinn and the Joker with her slowly falling in love. It would
still follow the story. You could still do the musical numbers. So like Lady Gaga could still technically work in that regard. It was still like you could still have that feel, but at the same time without it coming off like I don't know like what their decision making was, and then like the like scenes later on in the trailer where she's wearing the makeup, and we'll get to that point where in the trailer where she's I guess become fully the Harley Quinn that we know or something or close to it. It just doesn't look that good. Yeah. So
yeah. But I do like that the musical numbers, they're not going to be like within the world. They're just in their minds. It reminds me of the movie Chicago. Have you watched that with Renee Zellweger?
Yeah,
and
like years ago, but I watched it with Catherine Zeta-Jones, Renee Zellweger.
Yeah. So like when Roxy is envisioning like all of these musical numbers, she's sort of like envisioning them in her mind.
Yeah.
That's why I figured they would go that route where it's all in their mind, all of these musical numbers, because like we've seen that before in Chicago. She has like all of these daydreams, and in her daydreams she's on stage doing all of these musical numbers until she's actually on stage doing all of these musical numbers, but most of them take place in Roxy's mind. So that's why I figured they were going to do it like that. But I like this visual, though. This visual is really cool. Ever heard Joaquin Phoenix sing?
I'm trying to think. I don't think I have.
Have y'all in chat ever heard him sing? I don't think I've ever heard Joaquin Phoenix sing.
I'm trying to think of like every movie I've seen him in, and every movie I've seen him in, he hasn't sung.
Let me look. I kind of want to Google it. Wow. Joaquin Phoenix singing.
Oh, yeah, Walk the Line.
Oh, he's singing Walk the Line. Okay, he's singing Walk the Line. Okay.
Okay, I forgot he was in that. I forgot he was in that.
So he did sing in that. That wasn't lip singing. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Joaquin and Reese Witherspoon performed all of the songs themselves without being dubbed. Okay, so I just wanted to know if he didn't lip sync. Okay, so he did. So he was Johnny Cash. See, I didn't see that movie. Maybe that's why I don't remember. Was that movie good? I didn't even see it. I didn't see that movie. Okay, so he can sing. He can sing. Okay, so he can carry a tune. Yeah, I didn't watch that movie. I couldn't remember whether or not Walk the Line. Okay, I haven't seen that movie. Maybe I should watch it.
I think I've seen it, but it would have been like years ago, so I completely forgot that he played Johnny Cash in it.
The movie was good. Says Courtney. Says Trey. All right. Maybe I should.
I'm not a fan of that look.
Yeah, I'm not a fan either. But I mean, it kind of goes with his version of the Joker, right? With his Joker look. I don't mind his Joker look. It's very like it's very old world, old school looking. Like it looks really cool. It's very reminiscent of like the bank heist masks that they wore in The Dark Knight. Do you remember those?
Well, yeah.
So I don't mind his Joker look. I think it's good. And to be fair, her Harley look does match his Joker look. So, but I'm not a fan of it. It's too.
What's changed?
Nothing to it. There's like nothing to it. It's like it doesn't feel like Harley.
Well, I don't like her being cast as Harley.
I know, like
in general, like I don't like her casting.
Are there?
I don't like that part. Like this was such an iconic scene, you know, in the first Joker movie. The steps with him, you know, dancing and just being like dancing very awkwardly, going down the steps, finally like really owning the persona of Joker. That was such an iconic scene. I think I have it. Hold on. I'm pretty sure that yeah, I do. Love that scene so much. You know, he's coming into his own. He's owning it. He is owning becoming the Joker. It's such a great scene because you go from like him walking down at the beginning of the movie, just slumped over, walking down the streets, like walking down the stairs, completely defeated, to that visual of him coming down the stairs. You know, a totally new person. Like it's such a great visual. I don't like that. Now they're both doing it as if
it's a musical number. It pretty much that's a musical number right there because you have the black, you know, like just the steps in the columns. You don't see the building and things like that. You know, like that looks like a musical number.
Yeah, I mean, it obviously is, but
I'm saying, like, you know, it's like it kind of cheapens.
Thank you. Like it feels out of obligation here. Yeah. You know, like that scene on the stairs was so iconic. Let's recreate it, but make it a musical number and add in Harley Quinn, right? Like,
yeah. And it's like Trey pointed out, and like I was talking with my chat on another stream that the director Todd Phillips, he doesn't have a good track record with sequels when it comes to films. I don't know if you've seen the Hangover movies.
I have,
but the first Hangover movie is good, and then the subsequent like sequels after like 2 and 3 are not good. And he's tied to those. So
like, yeah, they're not as good.
Yeah.
Yuckatash.
So. And Hangover 2 was literally Hangover 2 was like just about literally a beat for beat retelling essentially of Hangover 1. Almost. Like you know, it's like, you know, the same premise, same like, you know, all like just the first like entire movie, just difference is it's set in Thailand versus Las Vegas.
See, it's not memorable because I completely forgot that it was set in Thailand. Like
I'm saying, like, yeah, it's like because like you might as well like
not memorable at all.
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah,
like the second one's not memorable at all.
Yeah, it's not memorable. I completely forgot it was in Thailand. What's up, Jaluk? 1-800-DANKY. What's going on? Hi. Says Bruce Wayne tap dance number in the alleyway moments after Thomas and Martha Wayne are killed. Dude. Hi, Joshua. But yeah, I don't know. I don't like it. Like, it does feel like they're obligated to do another stair scene. Let's include Lady Gaga. It feels too, honestly, it feels too grand. What I like about the first one was that
it was visceral. It was like, very emotional and like on a visceral level. This one just goes, okay, we got it. Like, it's like a Broadway production set to film.
Right.
Almost, which is crazy.
It feels too grand. Like the first one, studios didn't back it at all until it made $1 billion. And then they were like, oh, yeah, this movie's going to be great. Let's do it again. But let's do it again, but make it bigger. Like, oh, I don't know.
You know, the budget was like 80 million.
Like, it honestly could surprise me and I could like it. I enjoy musicals myself. Like, I'm a huge fan of musicals.
Oh, yes.
I love them. I love musicals.
She's making me see Wicked, chat.
Yes, I'm making Mara see Wicked. I'm making her see Wicked when it comes out. I absolutely love musicals. So I don't know. Like, I could end up loving this, but right now I'm extremely hesitant about it because I'm just like, I like the first one. It didn't need a sequel. It was great as its own movie on its own. It didn't need a sequel. It was a great movie, but the only reason it garnered a sequel is because it made $1 billion. So of course the studios are gonna, milk the movie. So this sequel is so unnecessary. And then, not only did they want it to have a, not only did they want a sequel, but they were like, dude, put in Harley Quinn. She's an incredibly popular character, right? Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn was like the best thing about Suicide Squad. People were like really loving Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. You got to put a Harley Quinn in this one. It'll get even more. Get the ladies to go and see it. Can you imagine if the women also went and saw Joker? Right? Pretty much like the men are the ones that made. I don't know. I'm just thinking like studios, right? Maybe the men made Joker 1 $1 billion. If we add the next people, if we put in Harley Quinn, we'll get the girls to go see it. $2 billion movie. Like, I don't know. It's just so stupid. I don't know. This movie just did not require a sequel.
No, and they're overusing Harley Quinn.
They really are. Honestly, like I'm a huge Harley Quinn fan. I love Harley Quinn, but I will be the first to admit that she's overrated. Like,
well, it's like she's overused. Like she's good as like they're putting her right at the forefront, and I'm like, she's not exactly a pivotal character. She's not a central character. She's a fun character, but her character really is tied to the Joker. So the fact that they're pushing her on her own, it just doesn't work.
It doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. I mean, Birds of Prey was set during the daytime too, so that was already kind of dumb.
Yeah, pretty.
Yeah. So what I want to see is Gotham in the daytime. Where are you at? This part. This is actually kind of cute. Like, I like the visuals. But I just don't know. I just don't know. And honestly, like, they asked him what's changed. What's changed? I'm not alone anymore. Dude, the Joker could take or leave Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Right? He could take or leave. He was not dependent on Harley Quinn. Harley was dependent on the Joker, but Joker was not.
No. Like he would push her. He would push her out of a helicopter, not to save her, but because he was tired of her. Like,
yeah. So like I don't like that line. What's changed? Oh, I'm not alone anymore. Like I don't like that line. But his smile here is really awesome. I love the visuals.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just the story is giving me pause.
Cool. I don't mind it. I like it.
Yeah.
She's visiting him. I wonder if she is just a regular person and then she what do you call it? Admits herself into this like psychiatric ward. Because it looks like she's visiting him.
Yeah.
You know, almost like those women who are like pen pals with serial killers and murderers.
Oh, and then marry them
and then
I'm like, okay, sweetheart, try to change him. Okay, sweetheart, try to change him.
I wonder if she's like starts off as like one of those types of people, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I like this visual. I love the visuals. They're beautiful. I'm just really worried about, I don't know.
Well, everything else around the visuals, pretty much, which is the story. So it's like
she's gonna be a fangirl, maybe.
The movie can't just be pretty visuals.
Mm-hmm.
So
I like the visuals. I just don't know about the story. We'll see. That's cool though. What do you do? We'll see. We'll see. We will see. I don't know. It looks pretty cool. I mean, I like the visuals. I like it. It doesn't make me angry like another trailer we're about to watch.
I'm like, it doesn't make me angry or upset or anything. I still feel like the first movie should have been just a one-off story.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at this going, I'm not. Whereas the first Joker trailer was like, okay, I don't quite know like how I feel about the story they're going with his origin, but it piqued my interest because of the story elements within the trailer. Mm-hmm. This gives us pretty visuals, but we're left to try to piece together what story could be in it, and I can't tell. We can make guesses, but at the same time, it's like it doesn't draw me in. The story elements do not draw me in. Yeah, see, my pup didn't like the trailer too.
Mara's pup doesn't look like it liked the trailer. She fell asleep.
Yeah, she fell asleep.
Look at a little tongue.
Yeah, do you like the trailer? You looked at me going like, bitch, please.
Look at it. I saw no story. Well, yeah. I don't know. You know what I wanted to see? I wanted to see them sing and dance. I wanted to see them sing. Show me them singing. It looks like they gave us shots like maybe before and after, or a little bit of during, but nothing like that actually shows them singing. So I don't know. I don't know. My kill for $5. I'm getting vibes. It's gonna be like the first one. She'll be in his head. It'll all just be in like his head. Kind of like he made up that romance with that one girl, which was really cool. What I loved about the first Joker movie is just like you don't know if his telling of this is factual. Because like at the end, even like when he did he kill the therapist that he was talking to, or did he not? Like it's very open ended. He's supposed to be telling this story to the therapist, but is it real? Because all of the other stuff that he had like this relationship with this girl, and it was just all in his head. It was completely made up, and that was actually really cool because when I first saw that, I was like, "Whoa!" That sort of threw me for a loop. I was like, "Holy crap!" He's never even talked to this woman, and she's freaking out because he's now in her apartment because he actually believes in his delusions. He really thinks that all of this actually happened when they didn't. Like it was such a cool story concept.
If they do it again, it'll feel like again like the Hangover 2 movie, where it's basically beat for beat almost of the first movie.
But we see it coming, right?
Yeah,
Whereas but in the first movie, we didn't really see it coming. At least I didn't when I first watched it. But in this movie, we're like, okay, it's all going to take place inside their head. Like we already see it coming. Clearly, none of this is real. Clearly, it's not real. But I don't know. I'm cautiously optimistic. I love musicals, so we'll see. I feel like if I don't like it, then it's probably really bad because not even like the musical aspect could save the movie.
Yeah. If that doesn't save it, then yeah.
Calyx for 2, thank you very much. Hard eyes with the hee hee. Hee hee. Thank you. Alberta Night Retro for 2. It's all going to be a delusion. Well, yeah, it's all pretty much. Carnell for 10, as Todd Phillips learned from the Hangover sequels. The first movie was a certified classic film. Hangover 2 is basically a carbon copy. Hangover 3 was fine.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like he doesn't have a good track record with sequels.
Yeah.
Right now. He doesn't have a good track record with sequels. So maybe this could be him breaking from that.
Right.
And actually delivering
this is what I think. This is what I've always thought. It's all going to be in her head, not his this time. It's all going to be in her head, not his. Whereas like in the last movie, it's all in his head. In this movie, it's going to be in hers. That's what I've always thought. I've always thought that all of these musical numbers were going to be in her head. I feel like we've seen in what we saw, he's never alone in the musical numbers. He's always with her. So possibly, they're all in her head, not his.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I feel like we're going to see it regardless because we're going to be talking about it on Talk Nerdy, I would imagine. I'm really hesitant right now.
Yeah, for sure. Me too.
I would need to see.
I don't mind the trailer. The trailer looked good. The trailer looked good, but I mean, I've seen great trailers and the movies ended up being terrible. So.
Oh yeah, like Argyle for one thing.
Yeah, like Argyle. Argyle got me so hyped, and the movie was garbage. Yeah, the movie was hot garbage. I freaking loved the trailer for Argyle, but the movie was straight trash. It made me laugh. I'll give it that, but I wasn't laughing with the movie.
Yeah, nope.
The Last Jedi. There you go. It's a great trailer, garbage film.
Yeah.
What if it's all in his head and just thinking about his Dr. Holly? I honestly think it's going to be in hers. I think it's going to be in her head.
Because she's, at least the trailer does not pass her off as any type of doctor. Like, this is not the Harley Quinn we know.
No.
From the comics. This is not the Harleen Quinzel we know from the comics. This is like a completely different iteration of the character.
Yeah.
So.
The cat sold me. What? Mara's cat?
Maybe, I don't know. Or I mean, my dog didn't like the trailer. She fell asleep.
Let's watch another trailer because this trailer, the first Transformers 1 trailer, gets roasted for a child MCU tone 100%. Like
They massacred my boy.
I could not stand this trailer. Oh, the cat from Argyle.
Oh,
the cat from
okay.
Argyle.
Yeah. I was like,
the cat from Argyle. Yeah. Yeah, the cat was the best part of the movie, which is saying something.
Yeah.
More CGI cat.
But it was the best part of the movie.
The
cat was the best character of the movie.
Okay, so you weren't sold by the trailer. Yeah, see, I was like, dude, I like it. I like this movie. I can't wait for it.
It made it look like a fun time. Like I didn't exactly have to be like a.
I wasn't gonna take that movie seriously, right?
Yeah.
But I like the story concept. And it ended up going straight in the bin. Like,
yeah,
straight bin movie. Get out of here, garbage, total garbage.
Yeah, they ruined Transformers.
Hasbro and Paramount released the first trailer for the upcoming animated film Transformers 1, and it's already being roasted for its immature dialogue and childish MCU tone. Honestly, we should have seen it coming, right? We should have seen it coming with Chris Hemsworth voicing Optimus. I don't know.
Brian
I just feel like
Henry, who's the annoying conspiracy guy in the Godzilla Kong movies.
Yeah, like with the casting, you should have known it was gonna have like this childish tone to it.
Keegan-Michael Key, as much as I like him as an actor,
Keegan-Michael Key.
So,
according to Hasbro and Paramount, the film tells the untold origin story of Optimus Prime and Megatron, known as sworn enemies, but once were friends, bonded like brothers, who changed the fate of Cybertron forever in the first ever fully CG animated Transformers movie. So, yeah, all these people are in it, but shall we?
Yeah, I'll watch it again.
So, how long do you think we'll be here? I'm not talking to you. You know what? We are so screwed. Thought you weren't talking to me. You too.
See, it just completely sets the tone at the beginning. Honestly, with the Transformers trailer, hold on. With the Transformers trailer, because I reacted to this on, I think, like Thursday or Friday. I can't remember when I did my stream. But they had an introduction from Chris Hemsworth and the other guy that plays Megatron.
Yeah.
They did an introduction where they're both sitting down just like this. And they introduced the movie and they're doing the same type of banter. I thought that this part right here with the banter between them, I thought that this was part of that intro. I didn't think that this was part of the movie. I thought that they like did some cutesy thing where like they turned them into their Transformers character and they were just continuing on with their little banter. I didn't realize that this was part of the movie.
Yes.
That's how bad it already started. Yeah. It was already started for me. I thought that like they did like some sort of and then they turned into their characters and they were going to introduce the movie like more seriously. I didn't think that this was part of the trailer.
As soon as I saw that, I was like, what? Like,
I was like, uh-oh.
This is like the first starting
off the trailer on the right foot. My bad. When I didn't even think it was part of the trailer.
The very first scene, I was like, that's where I was like, okay, they're massacring Megatron. They're massacring Megatron. Because I thought you were talking to me. Yeah, look at that. Like that's Megatron right there. There's Optimus Prime and Megatron.
All right.
You know what? We are so screwed. Thought you weren't talking.
I thought you weren't talking to me. That's such like honestly, it's not even. It's giving high school girl humor. Like that's what. I thought you weren't talking to me, Sarah.
Yeah, pretty much. Please clap. Yeah, TD, please clap. That's like what it feels like. Please clap.
Enemy.
You two, come with me. Report to waste management.
Hi there, I'm B127. I'm actually working on some nicknames. The one I'm floating right now is Badassatron, which is actually pronounced Badassatron.
That's Bumblebee.
what the
fuck?
It's Bumblebee. You get it? B. It's B. It's B.
B,
and
get
he's-
it, folks. B.
It's B, and he's doing voices. Remember, like he does like he doesn't have a voice box, so like he does like different things, and now he does have a voice box, but he's still doing voices. So
Yeah. The reason why, again, like the reason why he does voices is because he loses his ability, his voice box. He has to mimic certain things to be able to convey what he wants to say.
But he has his voice box, and he's just doing voices.
He's still doing it.
I know we're just lowly worker bots who can't even transform. Don't you want to see what's out there?
Look at that. Look,
There's a
that's Megatron. That
Yeah,
shot
that's
right there is Megatron. Before he was Megatron. Look at
Like
that.
that looks
That's
good.
Megatron.
That looks intimidating. That looks threatening. That looks good.
There's a reason no one goes to the surface. It's dangerous. Why'd you bring jetpacks?
Yeah, John Carnes, I know that was a Michael Bay thing, but the fact that they're kind of like doing the same thing, but he still has a voice box is what makes it cringe. So let's do him doing like, multiple voices, but he has a voice box. We'll have him speak normally. Because the whole point when Michael Bay did it was because like he was mimicking different sounds to convey what he wanted to say because he couldn't speak normally. Here, he can speak normally, so stop doing the voices.
Just let him talk.
Just let him talk.
What you mean jetpack? Oh, he looks so nerdy. What you mean jetpack?
Jetpacks.
Yeah.
If we survive this, I'm gonna kill you. I accept those terms.
Okay.
What?
I said just okay. Like just okay. Just like the humor. And I'm sorry, I don't buy Chris Hemsworth voicing Optimus Prime.
But it's supposed to be like really fun. So they need a fun guy.
Yeah.
And funny. It's humor. Ha! Now we're in a Guardians of the Galaxy trailer.
Yeah.
We started off with a buddy comedy, right? Now we're we're moving into Guardians of the Galaxy. Let's go.
The surface.
Now it's a group. What is it? It's like a group comedy now. We started off with a buddy comedy.
Yeah.
Now
Now it's like an
group.
ensemble comedy kind of
An
a thing.
ensemble comedy. Yeah. We started off with a buddy. Nope. We need more. Now let's push forward with an ensemble.
Yeah, that's
comedy.
supposed to be RC, John.
Oh yeah, that's RC. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
You have proven yourself worthy. Take these and access your full potential. It's time to show them we are more than meets the eye.
He said the thing.
He said the thing.
He said it. He
Well,
said
now
the thing. More
Now
than
they just
meets
hope us in
the eye.
disguise.
He said it. He said we're more than meets the eye. He said the thing. So far, I don't understand why they got this. You've proved yourself worthy. How?
I don't know.
I guess
I
I guess we will see how they've
Yeah.
proven themselves. But I mean, I wouldn't. I don't know.
We can transform now.
On
This
three.
is a good
One.
again. What? When they transform, watch when they, because the whole point of them transforming into what we know them primarily as is to blend in on Earth. Where the fuck are you going to be seeing a big rig truck on this planet?
Oh,
or a sports car.
This is the very first scene that we're gonna see them transform, right? It's supposed to be taken seriously, like they're very excited about it, but no, let's throw in a joke. Nobody's paying attention.
What?
I'm not paying attention.
It's working! Where's my head? How do we use these things?
Instead of stopping,
does it have a manual? Does this thing come with a manual?
Instead of stopping and transforming to test it out, they're still running. So we're going to add that as part of the humor because, they're still running and running into things because they can't figure out how to transform yet.
It's funny, guys. Laugh. Why aren't you guys laughing? So funny.
Oh, look at wheels! I need wheels!
Woo!
Guys, that's not good.
We've got these powers for a reason. Let's use them.
We stand here together as one.
Like that part pisses me off. It's like, no. You after this whole like slapstick comedy trailer, you don't get to be all serious. We stand together as one. Like this is not serious. Like no. I would take this seriously if it was like if there wasn't as much like, slapstick comedy before that line. But it's all, even them transforming. I got it. Yeah. Like it's so stupid. Even this part, like we just had a serious moment. We stand together as one. Now, back to the comedy.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a battle mask. It appeared with this guy. Knife hands? I have knife hands.
I can see that. These are not the bad guys.
Why did you cut the door?
What? No, it was already like that, right?
Yes, that's right. Yes. It was. Yeah, it was already like. Yeah, that's right.
It's so funny. It's funny. It's in theaters in September. It's so funny. Mara looks thrilled. Look, I don't enjoy this type of humor. I no longer find it funny, right? I no longer find it funny. No. And listen, here's the point that I want to make, okay? People are going to be like, this is a movie made for children. It's for kids. It's for kids. Who takes these fucking kids to the theater, right? Adults. So it should be catered to both children and adults. Look, when I was growing up, okay, we had Batman the Animated Series. Those cartoons, they were incredible. They still hold up to this day. Why? Because they don't treat children. They didn't deal with like...
They didn't dumb anything down.
They didn't dumb it down. They didn't dumb it down just because it's a cartoon for kids. It wasn't dumbed down. This is seriously dumbed down.
Yes.
Like the Transformers cartoons back in the 90s weren't this bad. It didn't dumb down the tone of the
there's actually very serious
of the animated series.
Some of the episodes. There's actually very serious themes in some of the episodes. Like at the point where it's like you were actually, even if you're a kid, you're like, you didn't understand the impact, and you watch it as an adult, and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah, you can go back as an adult and watch the Batman the Animated Series, X-Men, Transformers, like Superman, and all of those. You can go back and watch them, and they're great. And the reason they're great is because you can watch them as an adult and you can watch them as a child. As a child, you don't understand. You just see, the Cape Crusader, and you get so excited because it's Batman and he's fighting bad guys. But as an adult, you can go back and watch it and be like, holy crap, yeah, this is some deep stuff.
Yeah.
They didn't dumb it down just because it was geared towards kids. This is extremely dumbed down.
Yes.
This is just like, we just need to keep the kids' attention. So let's just tell some silly jokes and, do some silly humor. That way, the kids will just laugh and be like,
Yeah.
look at Bumblebee. Ha ha. Look, Optimus did the thing. Ha ha ha. No, it feels terrible. And I'm so over and done with like the Marvel humor. I can't stand it anymore. They've basically turned to every single character now has the same type of humor, personality. Every single Marvel character.
Every serious scene is broken by a joke.
Yes, there's nothing serious anymore. Nothing. You can't take anything serious. Everything has to be. You can't have a serious scene happen without some sort of joke happening alongside it, right? You can't as an audience member sit in that serious tone. You can't do it because it has to be broken up by some humor. And I don't like it. It's just like, why can't I feel a seriousness with what is going on in this scene? I don't need humor, to shield me from what is going on in this scene. It's like they're using humor as a shield, so that way, oh no, don't take it too serious, guys. Right? Look, here's some little humor that's happening over here. You don't need that. You don't need that. You can sit in a serious scene and it's okay. Right? You can sit in that scene and it's all right. Yeah. If anything, it adds more. There's more weight to the scene because it's not broken up by humor. But now it's just like, nope. Everything needs to be funny. Everything needs to, have some slapstick comedy next to it. Like, you can't sit in a serious scene for too long. Otherwise, I feel like it's because they're afraid that they might like lose the audience's attention. They just don't trust the audience, right? There's no trust in audience members nowadays. I don't know when that started. I don't know, like the focus groups, I guess, that they're going to are giving them really bad information or something. But like, I don't mind sitting in a serious scene for a while. It makes the scene more impactful. It adds weight to the scene. It makes it more emotional. I love that. I want that in a movie, right? It doesn't need to be broken up. Even if it is a animated Transformers movie, there's nothing wrong with a scene getting serious and for it to have adult themes in it. There's nothing wrong with that. It makes the movie better, actually. It makes it even better and more impactful and more memorable because you remember those types of scenes in those types of movies.
Well, it also makes you think, and when you break it up with humor, it's telling you like, don't dwell on this. It's like, don't worry about this because this is not going to matter in the long run. See, funny. Okay, move on. Like the whole point of a serious scene is for you to think about whatever dramatic impact it's having on the story, whatever emotion you're supposed to feel, especially like maybe sadness, apprehension, things like that. You're building up what's going to be building up to, I don't know, is Optimus Prime and Megatron, are they going to be still friends at the end of this movie? Or are they going to be at like the point where they've like separate ways, essentially? Like that's the whole point of a serious scene, is to make you think. Like, where is the story going? I can't tell what's even the story in this. Because it's just funny scene after funny scene. They're fighting what? I can't tell. Is this leading up to the war on Cybertron? What's this leading up to? Like, oh my God, I can't tell.
It's funny. It's just funny. It's just funny. Okay. Hold on. Let me try and say this name. Zen Geigli.
I just call him Zengi.
Zengeigli. Zengeigel. That's what. Zengeigel. I hate humor that involves grinding the pacing to a halt just to blabber nonsense. Yes, 100%. I hate that. I hate it. This is made for downs. I don't know. Oh my God.
I don't know.
The 90s and 80s cartoons knew that kids were smart. I feel like people nowadays making movies, they're like, no, we have to make it fast paced and silly. Keep the attention. Keep the attention. I don't like it. Mm-mm. So I haven't finished. Have you watched any of X-Men 97?
No, I've seen clips, and the clips I've seen, I'm like, this does not feel like any continuation from the original X-Men series.
Mm-hmm. I watched
not
the
feel it.
first 2 episodes. I haven't finished. Like I'm not caught up or anything. I've watched the first 2 episodes. I didn't mind them. I didn't think that they were bad. But yeah, they definitely, at least in the first 2 episodes, they don't break up, serious tones with humor. So I appreciate that for the most part. The Justice League cartoon was really good. Yeah.
Mhm.
80s and 90s cartoons were simplified dramas. Yeah, I can see that. Simplified dramas. Like, I like it. And Justice League Unlimited, that was a good one too.
Mhm.
They think kids are retarded. I think so. They must, right?
Yeah.
They must. Because otherwise, like, why would they make something like this and just completely dumb it down? Because this just feels so dumbed down. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Guardians of the Galaxy started it.
It kind of did, but then really it kind of started it, but then Marvel's again MCU like Marvel Studios is really the one we have to blame because they turned every character into a snarky carbon copy of a humor of sorts of Tony Stark. Give every character a quippy line to say here, break up the serious tone here with a quippy line. They just they basically said let's give that little personality quirk of Tony Stark to just about every character, and then made it the MCU level of humor to the point where it's like whatever serious scene is going on, snarky comments, humor, funny moment to break up the serious tension. Pretty much, it's like from Guardians kind of started it, but at the same time, it really just falls on Marvel Studios because they went with it.
Yeah.
They didn't have to.
Well, it was nice having that sort of change of pace, with all of the characters together because we had Thor, who was a god, and he was his dialogue and his humor and his point of view was like completely different than like Steve Rogers, who has a very serious tone, right? And then you have Tony Stark, who breaks up the seriousness with his own kind of brand of humor, but then they just turned everybody into him because they thought, oh, it's funny, right? I think that you're right, Trey. Like Guardians of the Galaxy did started just because of the character of Star-Lord, right? Star-Lord had that type of attitude like Tony Stark, but it was like dialed up even more. It was more jokes than serious tone, right? Where Stark can do the serious stuff, but he breaks up. He sort of like breaks up the seriousness like with humor. That's sort of his way of dealing with it.
Yeah.
Whereas Star-Lord, he's just silly, right? He doesn't take anything seriously. And unfortunately, they turned a lot of people in Marvel into Star-Lord, not so much Tony Stark, because now nobody can really take anything seriously.
Well, maybe
They have to break it up with humor.
But definitely the humor is Tony Stark, pretty much, where it's like break up a serious scene with humor, pretty much.
I mean, look what they did to Thor. Like, I always say that Thor was the first to fall.
Because he's the most powerful. He's a god.
In Marvel, yeah. Like, Thor was the first to fall with Thor Ragnarok. Like, they completely made him stupid. They dumbed his character down. Thor was never dumb.
No.
Thor was never dumb. But they dumbed his character down completely to where, like, I mean, he threw a ball and it hit him in the head because he didn't realize that it was going to bounce back. Like, that's just stupid, right? He's not dumb. He would realize that a ball is going to bounce back and hit him in the head. But for whatever reason, because they made him stupid, he doesn't realize that, the ball bounces back, right? It's just, it's dumb. Thor was the first casualty of Marvel. I've always thought that. And then they made him fat. So they made him dumb and then they made him fat, right? So the God of Thunder, unfortunately, was the first of
the thing with like the first Thor movies, again, he wasn't dumb. He just did there was a culture and language barrier because he was sent down from Asgard to Earth. So he does not know basically the the inner workings of like how humans interact with each other, like how to properly conduct himself in a situation. Like when he's in the diner and he goes like
Another
boom, and then throws this like mug onto the ground. Like that would be fine
Yeah.
up in Asgard, but down here on Earth it doesn't work. So he's learning. So that's where the humor comes from, is because he's literally a fish out of water. But it's not because he's dumb, because he just doesn't know.
Yeah.
But he learns. He learns fast. But again, like you point out, Ragnarok, he just was completely dumbed down.
Yeah. Lady Thoth hated Ragnarok. They made him fat. She almost cried. Thor was the only reason I could get my wife to watch Marvel movies. I didn't like Ragnarok. Like, I understand why people found it better, like the best Thor movie. Ooh. But I honestly didn't like it. I preferred the more serious tone of like the Thor movies. I liked the Dark Elves like better than Ragnarok. You know, I liked the Thor movies. They were different. They were different than what the other Marvel movies were. I appreciated that. I liked the breakup and the type of movie. You know, they were really different. But I guess they were, I don't know, Marvel was just like, they're too different. So let's make it more Marvel. Let's put in some humor, make them dumb. I didn't like that. Yeah, I didn't like Ragnarok. Thor 3 made Ragnarok a joke. Yeah.
I didn't bother seeing Ragnarok primarily because of the fact I could tell from the trailer they were making everything a joke, and Ragnarok is supposed to be the Asgardian apocalypse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not supposed to be a funny situation.
Ragnarok the best? No. Yeah, a lot of people love Ragnarok. Like they think it's the best of the Thor movies. But I didn't like it. I did not like it. I did not like it. They made Thor stupid. I didn't like that. He was never dumb. He was never stupid.
Nope, never stupid. He needed.
And then Love and Thunder came along, and you know that's what you get. People that liked Ragnarok. All right, that's what you get.
It's literally the scene from Joker. Like you get what you fucking deserve.
That's what you get. All right, you liked Ragnarok, so they're like, lean even more into it. They love the stupid humor.
Yeah. Oh, that's what you want? Let's just give it to you tenfold.
Oh my gosh. That's what y'all get.
Yeah. And yes, John, Ragnarok made Dark World good.
It did. It did. I appreciate both of the Thor 1 and 2. I appreciate them more considering what we got afterwards. It's like, no, it's terrible. It's terrible. Alberta Retro for $2. I'm already done with this Transformers movie. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. Another 2 note: males stupid, females bad. Females badass. Yeah.
And to be fair, RC is a badass character, but they did not have to dumb down the male Transformers to like make her badass. She was already pretty much like pretty badass character.
The Hollywood way, Mara. That is the
I know.
Hollywood way. Thank you for those super chats. Little poor boy becomes a member. Thank you very much for becoming a member. Make sure for all of the new members, my chat, help make my chat green. But at the same time, if you are a channel member, make sure you go into the community tab on my YouTube page. I have a members only Discord. It is only for channel members. So come and hang out with us over there. Finally, I'm using my Discord. I never used it before, but I'm using it now. So there is a members only Discord where you guys can hang out and chat with me and create your own little, I don't know. What should I call my members? My little, my stud community. There you go. You're part of my stud community. Steph Studs. Let's go. So make sure if you are a member, then make sure you click that invite link over in the community tab. You should be able to see it. Thank you for becoming a member. Here's a clip. Yeah. Alberta Retro for 2. Taika hated Thor and only did it for the money. Yeah, I mean, he did. He's gonna ruin our mythos in a minute. Isn't that what he said?
Yeah.
That's right. Steph Studs. Let's go. Join the stud community. There are no feet pics. You need to stop lying, Tara Crystal. I know you're in there. I know you're in the Discord. There are no feet pics. You better stop lying. Stop lying. Thank you for the 2.
I love that scene.
Me too. I just sort of I took that scene and just did little tiny clips. That's what I did. What is this? I just pulled up that Park Place and I just started going through their articles and just pulled them up. I honestly haven't read them. Look, I'm not organized, clearly. I don't even know when my streams are gonna start. It's so funny because I'll be talking to Hypnotic. I strive to be like Hypnotic. Okay, he like takes hours preparing for his streams. He does a stream every single day of the week, which is awesome. And I strive to be as organized as he is because I'll be talking to him and I'm like, dude, you have Hypnocast like later on tonight. And it's like in the morning or something because I'll need his help with whatever. And he's just like, I'm getting ready for this stream tonight. I'm pulling up, things. I'm just like, gosh, I wish I was hyper organized like that. I'm not. I like literally Mara's like putting her makeup on and I'm like, okay, I'm pulling up some articles.
She's literally putting up articles and I'm like putting my makeup, like starting putting my makeup on.
Let's talk about this. What do you think? What do you think? All right. I haven't read this article, but we need to look and see what it's about. Exclusive: Jon Favreau unlikely to continue working on Star Wars projects after the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Remember when Jon Favreau was going to come and save Star Wars? Did that happen?
Yeah, I remember.
Did it happen? Did he save Star Wars? Is Star Wars saved?
Well, he won the Civil War in Lucasfilm. Don't you remember, Steph? He won the Civil War.
That's right, he did. He's taking over Kathleen Kennedy's job. I completely forgot about that.
And to answer your question, Tina, no, my dog's name is actually Wendy.
Doom says Steph's criticisms are invalid. She's a Batman Snyder girl. Hey, I like Ben Affleck's Batman. All right, I like Ben Affleck's Batman. I enjoy his. I enjoyed the way Ben Affleck played the role of Batman and Bruce Wayne as well. I didn't mind him. But yeah. So let's see what this is. The birth of the Mandalorian series put Disney Plus on the map, but the era of believing they can catch Netflix is long gone. Yeah, absolutely. As are the days of Star Wars fan excitement surrounding potential stories ahead in the galaxy far, far away. For Jon Favreau directing the Mandalorian Grogu movie could be the end. Dude, they're really like hoping that this movie does really good. They're so hoping that this movie does really good.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's been like way too long. Like this movie is it should have been made in the height of the Mandalorian Grogu, introduction because people went during that craze because I feel like it's been way too long. We've had series in between them. And like there's no more. The hype has completely died down. The novelty of it is gone.
Well, that's what Grogu pretty much was a novelty.
He's 100% a novelty. And it's so stupid that they weren't planning on him being as huge as he was because they didn't have any Grogu merch when he was first introduced. People like wanting to buy Grogu and get his merchandise, and there was none. So people naturally turned to Etsy shops who were like actually like filling that void of missing Grogu merchandise. And so people were creating their own Grogu merch. And their shops were being taken down by Disney because they didn't want them to make any money off of their character. Do you remember that happening? I remember that happening. Like Disney was going after these small little
shops. These people, independent creators who were just like, hey, like making like some money on the side, making stuff that people wanted. That's all. And literally have this giant corporation stamping down on them, like threatening to shut them down. Yeah,
they were shutting down these shops because they didn't have any Grogu merchandise. I think it was like 6 months There was like a 6-month void between when Grogu was introduced and people were wanting that Grogu merchandise, and then they finally put it out. It was a whole 6 months where there was nothing. And so they, people relied on Etsy and these awesome artists and creators, and they were putting out that merch. Their stores got taken down. It sucks. It sucked. I couldn't believe that happened.
Yeah, I remember when that happened. I was like,
the last couple of years.
What's Disney doing? I'm like, Disney's doing Disney, pretty much. That's what they do.
In the last couple of years, any hopes that Star Wars might find a way to redeem itself has been ultimately squashed.
I thought it was safe.
So did I. Jon Favreau was going to save Star Wars. Apparently not. Any thought of that franchise could somehow bring together fans on a different aspirations has been squandered. The quickly lowering quality of Star Wars shows after Star Wars show, the inability to bring a movie back to theaters, as well as the franchise destruction of other Lucasfilm properties have all led to a widespread conclusion that Star Wars potential just doesn't have the same cachet as it once did. It's very true. Very true. Where's the talk? See, okay, here we go. Now, according to our sources, we strongly believe that The Mandalorian Season 4 has been canceled, itself a victim of timing and Bob Iger's demand to reduce Disney Plus spending at every possible corner. And according to our sources, as well as the steadfast research of our own, we can say that there are currently no plans for Jon Favreau to participate in Star Wars Beyond, The Mandalorian, and Grogu movie in 2026. 2026, that is in 2 years. That is in 2 years. They're finally putting out a Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Do you think like that movie is gonna flop like when it comes out? Because I feel like that movie is like, it should have already been out. Honestly, it should have been out. Where did she go? Did she leave? I didn't even hear what she said. Did she say she had to put her dog out? Somehow Baby Yoda returned. This movie is way too late. In 2 years, it's going to come out. Do you think that the hype is still going to be there in 2 years? Or they start filming this summer? Oops, whoops. She noped out. I didn't even hear her. They start filming this summer. Yeah. Okay, she took her dog out. Well, I feel like there isn't going to be any hype for it at all in 2 years. 2026. 2026. What the fuck? This movie is way too late. Way too late. There's a quote from Favreau in 2023, but our sources tell us that this was his commentary on Lucasfilm looking to do the Rey movie before it was announced. It's likely to be related to him continuing in any way. There's definitely a conversation that's going on. And then also what happens after the sequel trilogy, because the sequel trilogy only takes place over the course of a few years, and it's a big thing on the screen, and it's very eventful. But it is relatively a brief moment in history over the course of the thousands of years that Star Wars takes place. And so what happens after it is interesting too. And I know that there's some discussion, exploration going on about what happens after it. So I think that there are certain markers that we have. It's almost like studying ancient history where you kind of know a few things that happened, but there's a lot of murkiness in between. And we just don't have the archaeological evidence in the real world to know exactly what happened. So we kind of connect the dots.
You know what gets me is that there weren't a lot of these blank spaces if they actually adapted the expanded universe books.
Mm-hmm.
But they made it Legends and decided to create their own fucking timeline. So that's why there's a lot of fucking blank space.
Yeah. I mean, they when they did that, when they got rid of the expanded universe, I knew that they were going to be cherry picking from it, which is what they're doing now.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. They're just cherry picking like little things here and there. and they're trying to create their own lore, which isn't working.
No.
Which
Not
isn't
working at all.
working. But they're like cherry picking here and there, which sucks. You know, it must suck for like the authors of those books too. Like their stuff is non-canon anymore.
You know what
It's
gets
now
me
not-
is like the people love the Mandalorian, right?
Yeah.
They love the Mandalorian culture. It was a female author who created the Mandalorian culture. And they pretty much just threw that away.
Mm-hmm.
It was a woman. It was Karen Travis. Karen Travis created the Mandalorian culture. Like she actually the language, the traditions, and things like that. What we have to thank for it, like seeing Mandalorians on screen, is because of what she created in the expanding universe, and they threw that out.
But Mara, as Trey reminds us, we don't have any source material.
Yeah, no source material.
There's no source material. There's nothing. There's no source material. Kathleen Kennedy said so herself.
Yeah.
There is no source material. There's no place that we could go.
And I feel like Will Smith, just like that. He's doing like this.
Yeah. There's no place that we could go to look for any sort of source material. There is nothing. Kathleen Kennedy said so, and her word is God. Her word is gospel. Yeah, I was just thinking, like, it must be terrible for those authors, for their works to be non-canon, but for Disney, Lucasfilm to go in there and just cherry pick like little things that they want and just completely like bastardize everything on screen. Mm-hmm. It must be like, if they're paying attention to any of this, like it must be like I would feel just like so like gutted, like, oh, it's not what I wrote. That's terrible. That's so terrible. A source for that Park Place put it this way: Favreau has had his 4th season of The Mandalorian painstakingly mapped out, ripped from him. Now he's making a movie out of the last 2 episodes that he planned, but they're not even his. Dave Filoni has been brought in to plus those 2 episodes into something theatrical that can be tied into his Thrawn Ahsoka story, of course, because everything.
No, his little fucking waifu Ahsoka.
Yeah, his little waifu. Everything has to be, tied into with Ahsoka. Must make her a part of everything. Imagine being Favreau and you're finishing out your contract with a movie, and the guy in the cowboy hat with no theatrical experience is now co-writer and co-director. They might not call him co-director yet, but I wouldn't count him out, given his position at Lucasfilm and his desire to build a resume in film. That sucks. Like, especially for Jon Favreau, who's put in a lot of time and is a movie maker, and he's a great movie maker, but he is a movie maker. Coming in and now here comes fucking Dave Filoni. I want this to tie into Ahsoka.
Oh my god, another female character.
I really want this to tie into Ahsoka.
How unfair.
Can you please put her in? I want Ahsoka to appear.
Oh my god. Dave Filoni.
Fucking Dave Filoni.
Yeah.
So yeah, he might be. Honestly, I feel like this movie is way too late. It is way too late, but he's gonna Jon Favreau's gonna finish out his contract and be done with it.
Gravy, look up how Dave Filoni actually sounds.
If they're not gonna give him his creative, his creative freedom to finish out what he mapped out, then yeah, he's gonna nope out. So yeah, I don't blame him. I don't blame him, not one bit. He's gonna nope out of there. He's gonna nope out. Alberta Not Retro for 2. They try to make everyone Deadpool, and he sucks. I like the Deadpool movies. I don't mind the Deadpool movies, but yeah, seeing so many Marvel characters just slowly warp into Star-Lord, Tony Stark, and Deadpool. Yeah, it can get tiring, super duper tiring. Alberta Not Retro for 2. There's over 150 novels in the Star Wars EU. That is true. That is true. There are that many. Thank you for the super chat. I don't even know how I did it, but I completely just.
Yeah.
Did you know that you can like move the private chat and the comments like just out of the way and make StreamYards bigger? Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, you can. I figured that out. I thought I broke it. I was like, oh no. I thought I broke it.
That's interesting.
Crap.
Okay.
Steph, it's Fiesta. You're absolutely right. It is Fiesta. It is. Have you done anything for Fiesta? Have you participated? It's medal time. It's time to collect your medals, your Fiesta medals. That's a thing. That's a thing. You collect Fiesta medals. My mom is a huge collector of Fiesta medals. She loves them. Nobody knows what I'm talking about except for Soul Assassin.
Yeah.
He's the only one who knows. He's the only one who knows what I'm talking about. But it is Fiesta. I haven't done anything like Fiesta related.
So I think Soul Assassin get your flare. So it's like
get your flare. Yeah, you gotta get your flare. You gotta get your flare. You gotta get your Fiesta flare. I have no Fiesta flare. I don't know. I've never participated really in like the Fiesta stuff. I should do it this year. I should try and do it this year, but I've never like participated in any of that. My mom and like my aunts are stupid into it, like super into it. They go crazy for Fiesta, but I don't really. No more than 12. No more than 12 flares. So where I live, we have a thing called Fiesta. It's like it goes on. It's like an all month long thing, and there's different things that you can do, different events that you can go to, and they're huge. And we have like parades, and we literally shut down the city for these parades. So like you get day off work, day off school. It is a celebration. The whole city celebrates.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a whole Fiesta celebration. And the whole city shuts down. It's actually pretty cool. It's actually pretty cool. You get a day off work. Hey, did you know that Michael Douglas is like so done? He is so done with Marvel. He actually wanted to be killed in the Ant-Man Quantumania.
I can believe it.
Yeah, he wanted to be done with it. Like you could tell, right? You could tell during Ant-Man Quantumania that he gives no fucks in that movie. He doesn't care. He's sleepwalking through the movie. He just wanted to be done.
It's just a paycheck to him at that point. Like he did like nothing. Didn't care.
He's like so done with that movie. And honestly, I feel like if he had died in that movie, but Marvel, you can't take anything serious, right? Marvel can't take anything serious. Nothing bad can happen in Marvel. Like people can't even die in Marvel. They have to come back. They have to be like kind of dead, only mostly dead in Marvel. Like I think that
we need to get Steph, just like real fast. We need to get the clip from Princess Bride. He's only mostly dead. We need to get that
only
clip.
Mostly dead.
Mostly dead is lightly alive.
Yeah. Well, he is like slightly alive in the movie, just like sleepwalking through his role. But yeah, like he wanted to die, and they should have killed him off. They should have killed off Hank Pym. Hank Pym should have gotten one final run in his Ant-Man suit, doing his Ant-Man thing, saving his fucking family in that movie, and then he sacrifices himself. Can you imagine how impactful and how great that would have been in Ant-Man Quantumania? But no, we can't have that. Like not Ant-Man and the Wasp, they couldn't even be trapped in the Quantumania at the very end. You had to make sure that the audience knows that they are saved. All right. You can't have them trapped. Right. The audience, they have to be saved. The audience needs to know that everything's gonna be okay. It's trash. It's garbage. It's garbage. I would have loved for his character to die. Not because like I hate his character or anything, but because that would have been super impactful in this movie. That would have made Kang a threat. It would have made him a huge threat. Instead, he gets his ass whooped by Ant-Man, by fucking Ant-Man. I mean, come on. He could have like not gotten it, not like taken out Kang, right? They could have escaped, and then you could have had Hank Pym, like Ant-Man, or I'm sorry, had Kang kill Hank Pym as Ant-Man in his Ant-Man suit, because everything is now fucking, what is it? Nano? It's all nano anyways. Right? Everybody clearly has a nano suit anyways, even fucking Cassie. So just, give Hank a nano suit. He could have did one last thing, one last run as Ant-Man. He's trying to protect his family, and he protects them by them, going through the portal and getting out, right? But he sacrifices his life doing so. So maybe Scott sees Kang killing him or something, and then he escapes, and Kang is still stuck there, but he'll get out soon enough or whatever. He becomes an even bigger threat because he killed Ant-Man. There were stakes there. There was nothing.
What are stakes?
It was just
what are stakes in Marvel? There's even in Civil War, which in the actual comics should have had deaths on both sides of the fucking war. There were no stakes.
Did I say Hank Hill?
Yeah,
did I say Hank Hill or did I say Hank Pym?
You said Hank Hill, and then I didn't say anything because it sounded like you corrected yourself, like Hank Pym. So I was like, okay, she corrected herself, but she did say it. But there's no stakes. Going back to Civil War, there were no stakes. There were no one died or anything like that. Hell, the movie even ended with Steve Rogers sending Tony Stark a phone, hey, if you ever want to get in contact with me, I thought you were in hiding, and you're sending Tony a phone.
Because they have to let the audience know. This is the thing. You have to let the audience know that everything's gonna be okay, right? Yeah. These characters, they're gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be fine.
Yeah, don't worry, they're gonna like each other again.
Don't worry, everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be okay. Oh my god, I totally I'll be right back. All
right. But yeah, it's even Infinity War didn't exactly have stakes, because I knew not even watching Infinity War, that everything was going to be all right, essentially, in the second one, at least with the snap, because the characters that were snapped in Infinity War, I was like, they have movies planned for these characters, so they're coming back. Now, if they had snapped Tony Stark, Steve Rogers, Bruce Banner, if they snapped ones who didn't have movie deals in the pipeline moving forward in the MCU, then that would be some apprehension. That would be stakes, because are they actually coming back? Are they going to say, the Avengers that are still alive going to save the day? But no, they snapped Black Panther. I knew he was coming back because he had a movie planned. Doctor Strange, he's coming back. He had a movie planned. Spider-Man, he had a fucking movie planned. Every character they snapped had a movie down the line already planned. So I knew they were coming back. There were no stakes. I saw that and I was like, okay, so what's going to be the stakes in Endgame? Exactly. Because that they're going to save the day somehow. They're going to screw up time travel rules to do so, but they're going to save the day. Yeah, Michael Rooker's character, Yondu, is the only one that's died that I remember recently so far that's actually died and stayed dead. Black Widow is the only one that's really died and stayed dead. But then they brought to it a prequel movie for her where they ruined Taskmaster. Yeah. There's really been no stakes. The Black Panthers no more, only because, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman, who passed away in real life. So they had to kind of kill his character, essentially, from what I could tell, and that's only because of what happened to Boseman. She's coming back probably in Secret Wars. I'm saying, right now, technically she's the only one that's died and stayed dead. Other than Yondu and Iron Man. and Iron Man, but Robert Downey Jr. has even hinted at being willing to come back playing the role of Tony Stark, but it'd have to be in prequel movies. But at the same time, it's like, would he come back in Civil War as well? But they'll recast Thunderbolt Ross and not T'Challa. See, the thing is, I don't even see them I would believe that, because if they tried recasting T'Challa, the demographic they've been pandering to would bitch up a storm. And part of me doesn't want them to recast T'Challa, and it's not because again, I respect Chadwick Boseman as an actor. It's because out of, I guess, respect to the actor who passed away, I would not want them to recast T'Challa. But then again, like I said, the demographic they pandered to, the ones that never gave a shit about the comics, never gave a shit about the characters up until they started putting them on a screen in theaters recently as part of the MCU, never gave a shit about the characters before then, would bitch up a storm. So there's no way Disney Marvel would ever risk that.
Dude, oh my God, I ordered food like half an hour before the stream started, and I completely forgot that it was delivered.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
It was delivered 40 minutes ago. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh my God, I completely forgot about it. I looked down at my phone too, because I was going to leave the stream really quickly to go just grab the food and put it on the counter. And I completely forgot to do it. So it's just been sitting outside.
Wow. So I get that, Cardinal. I'm just saying that I don't see Disney doing that, because they're in their minds that they don't want any backlash. So, and like you see, they don't even listen to Chadwick's family. So it's
tacos. Why do you think they're tacos?
I'm not going to answer that.
It's been sitting outside for an hour. I was like, oh shit, I completely forgot.
Well, now it's cold. Microwave time.
I know. She was about to get toxic on the delivery. Hi, Hypnotic. We were talking about you earlier. No, I wasn't. I knew that it had been delivered, and I was gonna quickly go and grab it and just put it on the counter, kind of like I did now. I just quickly went out there and grabbed it and put it on the counter, but I completely forgot to. I saw the notification. I was like, oh, my food's here. And then we just started talking and I completely forgot about it. I know, it's been an hour. Steph has cold pizza. It's not pizza either. You were talking about tacos and then you got food delivered. No, that's true. It wasn't tacos though. It wasn't tacos. All right. So Michael Douglas hints that he's done with the role of Hank Pym. They really should have killed him off. Yeah. During an appearance on The View. Oh, yay. The View. Dude, I need to pull up a clip of The View that I saw the other day. I was like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Anyways, I need to pull it up. We're going to watch that clip, okay? I know it's cringe. The View is terrible. I fucking hate that show, and I hate
Aren't they finally ending The View?
I don't know. They need to.
I think I saw that they're finally ending The View. It's going to be a condensed last season of sorts.
I hope so, because that's a terrible show. Mm-hmm. But we're gonna watch something that I found. I was just like, how did I miss this? Holy shit. During an appearance on The View, Michael Douglas shared he wanted to leave his character of Hank Pym killed off in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. He shared to the panel, I'd like to have a serious death. With all these great special effects, there's got to be some kind of fantastic way where I can shrink to an ant size and explore whatever it is. I want to use those effects. But that was on the last one. Now I don't think I'm going to show up. He's just not going to show up. Wouldn't it be so sad if his character just had an old man death, off screen? He's just start the movie. Oh, Hank is dead.
I could see Disney
he died of a fucking old age or something, or he died of a cold, kind of like T'Challa, he died of a mysterious illness. He just died. Hank Pym's now dead. Wouldn't that be sad? Instead of him fucking going out in a blaze of glory, one last ride as Ant-Man, fucking Hank Pym, right? One last ride as Ant-Man, one last final adventure of being Ant-Man, but no.
That's what we would want, but like I said, it's sad, but I would see Disney, Marvel doing the whole just off-screen, he passed away, so let's move forward with this story sort of situation.
Yeah, they would. He previously detailed on the red carpet for the release of Ant-Man that he wanted to be killed off for a potential 4th installment. If you do a 4th, how would you come back? He says, as long as I could die. I remember that clip going around. As long as I could die. He just doesn't want to do Marvel movies anymore. I don't blame him, honestly, because like if you watch Ant-Man or Ant-Man Quantumania, if you watch the film, you can completely 100% totally tell that everything is just done in front of a green screen because they're just standing like side by side. You know, they're just standing side by side. I would, as an actor, I would hate that. You know, just everything CGI, everything in front of a green screen. There's nothing real, no practical effects, nothing. Like everything's just green screen. It would annoy me as an actor. So yeah, after a while it would get boring and I wouldn't want to do it. And you could clearly see that Michael Douglas is just completely bored in this movie. He's so bored. He sleepwalks through the whole thing.
Because Michael Douglas is from a time when like you actually had to act.
Yeah.
And actually had to have at least a modest amount of talent to make it in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm. He wants to do a Harrison Ford in The Force Awakens. No, like that was a shitty death. Give him a good death.
Yeah.
Give him a good death. Hank Pym deserves it. But yeah, he's done. Hold on. We gotta watch this View thing that I saw. Hang on, let me pull it up. Mara, say something. Talk to the chat. Say hi.
Hello, chat. How are you this Sunday? If it's still Sunday for you, I don't know where people are in the world, because if you're on the other side of the world, it's now technically Monday.
All right.
So, which is like, I would like to visit that part of the world, because I very much want to visit the Australia and the Shire in New Zealand. One of these days I will make it there. So I can say, when I deployed to Guam, I did, whenever I would talk to someone, I'd say hello from the future.
Look at this shit. Listen to this bullshit. All right. This has already gotten ratio. It's got like 12,000 down to 1,000 up. So like it's ratioed, and the comments are fucking hilarious too. But listen to this bullshit.
So there's this clip going viral online of a dozen women being asked the following question: do we need men? Most answered very quickly, no. And only one said she thought women needed a man in their lives, only one. But when men were asked a similar question, do we need women? Most of them said yes. So why?
Men are better than women.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So men are better than women.
This is your brain on feminism.
We need each other, right? We need one. We can't exist without the other. Like we need each other. But this panel just ate this the fuck up. Listen.
I think that is
because men are useless. I mean,
why is this fucking audience clapping for that comment? Because men are useless? Like, fuck you. Okay, bitch. Go out there and do all of them dirty fucking jobs that the men do that women clearly don't want, right? Because more men exist in like, you know, the blue collar work than women do. So go out there and do all of that hard fucking work.
You've seen like the clips on
you
Twitter.
Say the men are fucking useless. Go out there and do all that hard shit.
The percentage of men in those types of jobs and how like it's like primarily men. I'm like, okay, do you want to do that work? And I'm like looking at this and I'm like, I don't want to do that work. Or it's like I'd rather not do that work. But that work is what helps her. Like, you know, like she has a car. I mean, is she gonna like plant her ass on the manufacturing line and putting like cars together, things like that? Is she gonna do that, or is she going to the garbage men who take the garbage away each week? What, she want more women to do that? Do more women want to do that? Men do the jobs that need to be done.
Mm-hmm. I like K. Roberts. We don't need women. We have bacon. Oh my gosh! Respect to the garbage. I'm saying like those clips. All the real MVPs. Let's go.
I'm saying like is she gonna want to do that stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, every garbage collector I've seen has been a man.
She said it so fucking matter of factly too.
Yeah.
Like, because men are useless. Everybody cheer for me. Oh, get the fuck out of here.
And by the way, I want to differentiate between straight men and gay men because I think I would die without gay men. Nobody can gossip like gay men. Nobody can help you
you'll die with
accessorize
gay
like
men.
gay
You're
men.
not
Nobody can help
procreating.
you.
I know you will die. You will die with gay men. Like society will crumble and die and fall. Get the fuck out of here. I need my gay man, but I don't need no man. Okay, but I want my gay man. I don't want no man.
Yeah.
So you basically just want like a different version of a woman, right? Because like they're very feminine. They like women things, and she's like, I love to gossip. I need my man to gossip. Get the fuck out of here, okay? Are you fucking joking right now? When she said all of this, I swear I started fuming. I'm like, I don't even want to watch the rest of this, but I had like I felt like I needed to, so I watched the rest of it. Oh, it gets worse.
Keep you from doing harm to yourself like gay men. But with the exception of something like
Wait, what?
Steve, I think Steve is very self-sufficient.
Wait, one.
To yourself.
on,
Nobody can gossip like gay men. Nobody can help you accessorize like gay men. Nobody can help you keep you from doing harm to yourself like gay men.
What the fuck logic is
Why
that?
do you want to do harm to are you that unhappy that you need your gay man to keep you from doing harm to yourself? Like she just admitted, I am fucking unhappy as shit. I am so unhappy. But it's a good thing I got my gay man, because if I didn't have my gay man, I would self-delete, man, so quick. Like she just told the audience, like, I am so unhappy.
I think I was like, that's why I was like, did I just hear her right?
Yeah, you did. You heard her right.
But with the exception of something like Steve, I think Steve is very self-sufficient.
That's Joy's husband.
But like
So now they're starting to talk about Joy's husband. And this pissed me off even more, the way Joe spoke about her husband. Listen to this.
Husband, it takes a village of women to make sure that he's not emaciated, starving, and living in his own filth.
They're making it sound like men can't be self-sufficient.
Yeah.
Right? That this one man needs a village of women to make sure that he's fed and clean.
Yeah.
Right? They're basically
like,
reducing men down to like an ape.
Yeah.
They're not self-sufficient. They can't take care of themselves if it wasn't for women.
Yeah.
But you guys feel you guys are married to people that are more.
I have handy Manny at home. He fixes everything. When things go bump in the night, he's the one that goes downstairs. When there's a bug to be exterminated, he does the extermination.
Nope.
When there is something to be fixed, he fixes it. He throws out the
apparently
trash.
they found the only fucking capable men to marry them. Every other man needs a village of women to take care of him, but they found the two capable men out there to do all this shit.
Oh no, they reduce, like she's praising her man right now, right? Mm-hmm. She is praising her man right now, and they completely just deflate the praise that she is doing. Okay.
Yeah.
So no single men are self-sufficient. No, you are not self-sufficient. You need a woman, all right? Otherwise you die. That's what they're basically saying. So she's praising her man right now, right? And listen to their response.
Stuff.
So wait a second. Listen, I know what you're going to say, but wait. She's really talking about a servant. Let's face it. No.
I don't think she liked that. I'm looking the look on her face.
She's calling her husband all these nice things that she said. She's like, so you basically, he's just a servant.
I'm looking at her face right there. I'm like, that is a face like that's not exactly pleased with that comment.
No, it's a handyman she's talking about. It's a hand.
Yeah,
he's a handyman. Like he's self-sufficient. He's a handyman. He like does.
I know you just finished saying that they're not self-sufficient, but clearly you're the one who's not self-sufficient. You can't even kill a fucking spider without your man coming to your aid. Okay, you can't fix a thing, right, without your man. So you're the one who's technically not self-sufficient. Right? It takes a village of men to help you, apparently. The man would do okay. He can fix shit. He can get stuff done. He can kill his own spiders. You can't do that. Like, the shit that they're saying is so stupid. And the fact that, she's praising her man. She's saying these things like, I have a handy man. I love my man. He does all of this stuff for me. And Joy Behar basically says, So you're basically just talking about servant shit. He's just a servant to you. Holy crap.
Manny.
Oh, it's a handyman with benefits.
We do not have, well, but the things that you're describing, you could pay somebody to do that. We're not talking about that. What about the inner life of a man? That's what this is about.
I need my man 3 to 4 times a week. And
Okay, so now they're just reducing you guys down to your penis. Like, that's it. Yeah, like that's all we need men for. I mean, it's all we need. Just 3 or 4 times a week. That's how much I crave it. Like, that's it. Dude. This is pissing me off. I'm like, wow, that is how imagine, right? Just imagine a group of 5 men sitting together at a round table spewing the type of shit that these bitches are spewing. Just imagine if it was a group of men.
Yeah.
Saying like, I just need a woman, 3 or 4 times a week. That's all they're good for. That's all women are good for anyways. Can you fucking imagine the backlash that they would receive from those types of comments if it was a group of men saying all of this bullshit? But no. This is just a group of fucking misandrists. Like, that's all this is. And they're laughing about it, thinking that this is great quality television that they are providing. Just completely bashing men.
If all you needed a man for was his dick, then why did you bother going through the process of getting married? Just hire a male hooker every once in a while if that's all you need him for. You're self-sufficient, right? There's plenty of male hookers out there, so if that's all you need them for, just do that.
for you guys. And then the rest of the time, I need a wife because I've always said
Everyone needs a wife.
No, I teased Vicky, my producer, in the morning. I was like, if you'd like to join Max and I, not in that way, but like Vicky and I could kill it as household runners. Like we would be laughing, giggling, doing all the things, and Max would be so psyched I was wasting all my words somewhere else anyway. So it would be a perfect.
It's nice to know that like you're telling people that you have like unappreciative husbands. That you're so unhappy in your marriage that you want to pretty much like wife up someone else.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that your marriages are garbage. But honestly, if I was their husband, I would be like really embarrassed and be like, what the fuck? Why aren't you like saying nice things about me? I would feel completely not appreciated as their husband. Like this is crap.
Combo. And the other day, Caleb said to me, this is my youngest son. He said, Mama, I want a spare mom. And I didn't know what he meant. And he said,
I want a spare mom. You're not home enough. You're a terrible mom. You're such a terrible mother that I want a spare one.
Genevieve has a spare mom. And I realized the parents were divorced.
Nanny?
No, divorced. An extra mom, like 2 moms. And so I asked him, because at first I was a little wounded. I was like, what am I not doing?
So her child looks at his parents' marriage and is thinking like, this is terrible. He's pretty much fantasizing about them getting a divorce so that they have like different partners. That's basically how her marriage is viewed by her child.
He's like, Mom, can I have a different mom?
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I just think at bedtime, you always have to pay attention to the other kids too. And if we had a spare mom, Dad, and you could, then you just get a focus on me. And it was so sweet. He didn't ask for a spare dad, by the way. He asked for a spare mom.
I took this totally differently.
Oh, that's interesting. He didn't ask for a spare dad, just a mom. But you're shitting all over the dad. Okay, perfect. So dad's doing something right. You're doing something wrong. But all men are shit, apparently.
How I prep, because broadly speaking, I feel like men have proven largely useless. Like I think in the political moment, the people who are saying what needs to be said in my party, it's all women. The very few men, with the exception of Mike Pence and a few others, are saying what they need to. But in life, like I need my husband. I don't know if I need any other men, but he is irreplaceable.
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
But that's what I was saying. We like our husbands. We just don't need men beyond that.
Wait.
We don't need men beyond our husbands. Oh, okay. Yeah. Do all the hard jobs yourself then. Right? Everything that you go about your daily life, just do it yourself. Fuck you. All right. You don't need all men are useless. Like they're just useless. We don't need them. Okay. Do everything yourself. Do everything yourself and just see how useless men are then.
Yeah.
Do all those hard jobs yourself, all those dirty jobs yourself, and let's see how useless men are then. Let's see if your tone changes, right? If your tone changes then.
Till you're married 20 years and you'll see how replaceable
The reason that women
That's what Joy said about her husband, by the way. Just wait till you're married 20 years and you'll see how replaceable they are.
I think that the reason women can stay married for as long as they do is because they have a lot of girlfriends. They have a village. They have girlfriends. Because I always have to initiate.
What, men don't have friends?
He'll step up, but I have.
I thought you were going to say initiate.
Look at her face. She's so unhappy in her marriage. She's just tearing everybody down. She is that unhappy in her marriage that she's just tearing everybody's down. I think Joy's husband is ready to go. Yeah. She's literally just miserable. She's miserable in every aspect of her life, including her marriage. She's just like, I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it. Men are replaced. Even after 20 years, I want to replace my fucking husband. Then replace him. Go live your life alone, you miserable old bitch. That's all you need to do. But yeah, I wanted to share this with you because this just got me like so heated. I was like, God, this whole panel is a bunch of miserable bitches. Like, get the fuck out of here.
All miserable bitches. They do.
Dun, 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 dun.
But I do have to jump off for D&D.
All right. Mara has to get going. We were going to talk about a couple of other things, but we have sadly reached the 2-hour mark. Let me get these super chats really quickly before you leave. Alberta Not a Retro. Dude, you've been super chatting this whole time. Thank you so much. For $5, you're with Catherine Zeta-Jones. Why would you want to leave your bed? They blew it with Kang. He should have deleted Pym and whooped Loki to be a threat. Oh. For $5, I'll send you a link to a video I made about Catherine Q. Becker. Several women thought what she did to her husband was hilarious. You two rock. Thank you. For $5, this show would have stopped and all the men who make it possible would have walked out and filed a complaint with their union reps. Honestly, I hope they did. Like, seriously. Like, we don't mean men. Men are useless. All of the men who are working, all of the crew who are working on their show should have been like, okay, see you later.
Yeah,
we're fucking useless. You don't need us? Run your own fucking show. And they should have filed a complaint. 100% they should have done that.
Yeah.
Like the amount of fucking hate that these women were spewing, it just made my blood boil because I can only imagine the backlash that men would have received if they had a whole panel just bashing on women like that.
Yeah. And like they would have earned that backlash just as much as these women should have had backlash. Like, you know, each one would have deserved backlash if, like, you know, like they had like said the same thing. But the difference is it's okay for women to do it because yay, women's movement. But if men did it, like it's like with the Ghostbusters 2016 movie. Remember, like they brought Chris Hemsworth's character in to basically be the dumb blonde secretary.
The dumb one,
yeah. And basically, Kirsten Wiig's character was like basically drooling over him and things like that.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if the roles were switched.
They just brought him in there to be an object. Like that was it.
But imagine if the roles had been switched.
Alberta Not a Retro for 2. Pushback is coming. It happened to The Talk in 2005. I fucking hope so. Because those bitches, they need to be off TV. Like, fuck that shit. Thank you very much for all the super chat. Justin Martins for $10. Thank you. Her saying she doesn't need men is like Steph saying she doesn't need a stepladder. That is 100% true. I need a stepladder every single day of my life. Thank you for this. All right, Mara, what you got going on?
What I got going on after D&D this afternoon at some point, I will be going live on my Kick, Jade Shadow, finally getting back to playing Halo Reach on Legendary. I had took a break, doing watch parties on my Discord, playing some Helldivers 2. Yesterday I played the beta for X Defiance. I do have my thoughts on that, but basically going back to playing Halo. Tomorrow, back to playing Mass Effect. Tuesday, Gears of War 2. I raged against Gears of War, so that was an interesting experience. But I'm continuing with Gears of War 2. And and then like YouTube Wednesday will be the top 10 movies from 1986. So tune in for that. And I believe, unless anything changes, Talk Nerdy to Us will be on my channel next week, same time, 1:30 p.m. Eastern. So tune in for that. And anything I have moving forward, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, for like updates on what I'm planning on doing as far as streams go. But I have to jump off to play D&D. And then, get ready for my stream tonight. So have fun, guys. So I got to jump off because I'll get yelled at by the DM. So
yeah. He's always in the chat like, Mara, you have 10 minutes.
Yes,
10 minutes, Mara.
Pretty much. So I'm going to jump off. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye. See you later, my beautiful, lovely co-host.
Bye-bye, Chico.
As for me, later on this evening, I will be playing, I don't know. I'll be playing something on Kick and Twitch, but I'll be live later on this evening there. I don't know what I'm going to play yet. I don't know if I'm going to play Mario Kart or try my third round of South Park Snow Day. Honestly, I kind of want to try off stream. Or I want to try it off stream and see if I can fucking beat that level, because it's pissing me off that I have to start all over again. What time will I stream? I'm not sure. I don't know, but I know it'll be later on this evening. Maybe after Hypnocast. Thank you, Hypnotic. Where are you at? There you are, Lewis. Been lurking, working on uni stuff. Hope y'all are good. We're good. Hi, Lewis. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna be playing later on this evening though. So play it on stream. You want me to die again? This would be okay, fine. I'll play it on stream. But yeah, we'll I'll probably do Snow Day, and if I can't beat it, then I will, I don't know, go play Animal Crossing to calm myself down. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and for chilling out with me and Mara today. I appreciate it so much. Thank you guys for your donations and your super chats. I will see you guys this evening. Bye, everybody.